21 Rockstar families, and welcome to our weekly VODCAST on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. I hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend. I have a ton of announcements I want to get to before I get off to the strategy session, so here we go. First of all, I would like to congratulate this week's Rockstar of the Week, Mr. Michael Garrett. From the moment that Michael came here in October to Kate Waller Barrett Elementary School, he has taken the Barrett Academy Constitution and internalized it and just been an outstanding role model in class. And even whenever he exits class, other teachers have remarked to me how impressed they are with his daily behavior and awesome stuff and internalization of that Barrett Academy Constitution. So congratulations to Michael, this week's Rock Star of the Week. First of all, scholars, tomorrow is a glow-in-the-dark math day. If you would like to glow along with our math, make sure you wear, something white or neon colored, and you will be able to glow as well. Last week, your scholar came home with this paper. This is our Academy t-shirt order that's taking place right now. Orders are due by December 11th, which is this coming Friday. We are selling a house shirt for every single house. Okay, we have Leidenschaft, which is the best. And then we have Inspire, Yume, and Creer. The house shirts are $8 a piece, and then you can also buy a Barrett Academy shirt that's selling for $9 a piece. Those are the old-fashioned Barrett Academy shirts that we've been having for a couple of years now. You can get them for your scholar, you can get them for yourself. It's a great deal on the shirts, and it's a great way for your scholar to show some house spirit. You can either send this form in with cash or check, or you can visit the website that is listed right here where my finger is pointing, or I also have it available on our class website, RikerdRockstars.weebly.com. Remember, the deadline for t-shirts is this Friday. Coming up on Tuesday, your scholar will be reading their DARE essay to the class and in front of Deputy Scoggins. This is, the final requirement for completion of DARE before they graduate next Tuesday here at Barrett. So just make sure they came home on a Friday with a copy of their DARE essay. Scholars, you need to be reading that, practice it in front of somebody at home, read it in front of the mirror in the bathroom, something like that. Just make sure it's fluid. The essay does not have to be memorized, but I am looking for that confidence and that fluency as you are reading it in front of the class. Okay, and Deputy Scoggins will be choosing one essay from each classroom to be read aloud during DARE graduation, which, by the way, is coming up next Tuesday, December 15th at 9:30 a.m. in the activity room here at Barrett. All are welcome to attend. It is going to be excellent. Just remind your scholar to wear their DARE shirt that was purchased by the PTO. Remember, they have to wear that shirt for graduation and also for DARE Day coming up in June. Also, this Thursday night from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Cavalier is DARE Skate Night. It's actually a fundraiser for the DARE program for them to, number one, hold DARE Day in June and also to continue the program for all fifth graders in the future. So that's from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Cavalier. And all the proceeds from that directly benefit the DARE program. So you may want to check that out. And finally, next Thursday, December 17th, not this Thursday, next Thursday, our Academy team will be traveling to Hartfield's Assisted Living Center and also the Spotsylvania Town Center for an awesome day of service and learning. So first of all, we'll be traveling to Hartfield's. The scholars will be visiting with the residents there. They will be performing in their houses different carols and skits or whatever they honestly come up with in Academy time for the residents, and they'll also be making some gifts in the coming weeks and providing those to them. Every year the residents of Hartfields really appreciate and absolutely value the scholars coming in to have conversation with them, and it's a great way for the scholars to, number one, serve, which is one of our core values of Barrett Academy Heart, and also just to practice a lot of the skills that we work on with Barrett Academy, including eye contact, holding that conversation, asking a question in return. All of those great things will be able to be put on display. And then after that, we will travel over to the Spotsylvania Town Center, where we will have the second annual Math Mall Marathon taking place right in the mall. Your scholar will be traveling through the mall with a Barrett chaperone in a group, trying to complete as many tasks as they can, and it all involves math, real-world application. Last year, it was an absolute blast. The only two things that are required from your scholar is, number one, they need to bring a bagged lunch, or they need to request a lunch from the cafeteria on the permission slip that is coming home tomorrow. Okay, and they also need to wear something Barrett Academy related. You know, it could be a Barrett Academy shirt, it could be just blue, green, anything like that as well. Permission forms for our trip on December 17th will be coming home tomorrow. Whew, I think I got through all of the announcements that we have for the week. It is going to be an absolutely amazing week in Room 21. So many great things happening, and so many things happening in the future. Make sure you mark your calendar for all the awesome events, and don't forget, order that t-shirt before Friday, the deadline for our sale. They are supposed to be in before the winter break, so check that out as well. Make sure you get yours. I ordered mine just last week. I cannot wait to show off my Leidenschaft spirit. So now I'm going to send you over to the strategy session, and I'll see you guys on the other end. Okay, Room 21 Rockstars, I'm starting you off on our class website. I have a couple of areas that I want to take you today with a bunch of different strategies that you can use at home. But first of all, if you look right here, we do have that t-shirt order. You can simply click on the link, and it's going to take you directly to check out the different shirts that we have available. Your parents can actually order them right online, or like I said, guys, you can bring the money into class just as fine as well. So that is right there on the front page. You can check it out at any time. Now I want to take you over to the VODCAST section because I have a bunch of different strategies that you can apply at home this week that will help you with what we're learning. So if you look at my page right here, now I do not have this linked up to the actual page, so what you guys are going to have to do is just pause the video and look at the problems. But I have 4 problems here, okay? These are the multi-step variety, and they all involve decimals, and you're going to have to figure out what operation do I need to use to solve these. So if you show your work, if you notice and wonder, if you estimate, and then if you solve it and show me everything, you have your units, everything's labeled, you can get yourself 5 house points. Now, as we were talking last week, if you show me how to solve the problem in more than one manner, those multiple forms of representation, and bring in all of your work with everything else I talked about before, you can get 10 house points, okay? So that's that extra bit of effective effort that I'm looking for right there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down. So here's problem number 1. You can pause the screen. Here's problem number 2. Here's problem number 3. And here's problem number 4. Now, problem number 4, okay, involves a skill that we have not quite learned yet, but I want to see if you can go ahead and give it a try anyway, okay? And like I said, 5 house points per problem if you show me all those different things. Notice, wonder, estimate, and then solve it. All units are attached. But 10 house points if you show me it using multiple forms of representation, okay? So something else that I'm starting up this week, guys, is just going to be a math challenge of the week. Now, it is on the chalkboard in our classroom, but I also have it here. And I know some of you have worked with magic squares before. I thought that this would be a cool first challenge. What you have to do for the math challenge of the week is write it down on paper, solve it, and there's actually an envelope up on the front chalk tray beside the smartboard in the classroom. If you turn that in by Friday, okay, I'll go ahead and see your answer, and then you can earn yourself 5 house points for completing the math challenge of the week. So this particular one is a magic square. Okay, it's 4 by 4, and the rules with this square would include whether it be a column, a row, or a diagonal. All the numbers in that set have to add up to 34. But the challenging part about it is the numbers 1 through 16, okay, and it states that right here, can only appear 1 time a piece. Okay, so give that a try, and that is the math challenge for the week. Now, I found some other poetry, guys, on the Dust Bowl that I kind of wanted to have for the same, in the same manner as last time. The last VODCAST that I filmed, we had the poem At Last. Okay, now we have the dust storm. Okay, and also now this rain. Now, what I want you guys to do with these, okay, is figure out, first of all, you can write a 6-word summary for them and bring that in for your 3 house points, as it states here every week, okay? But what I want you to do is figure out in what order would these poems have occurred in terms of the Dust Bowl, which, here's what I mean. What poem would come first, maybe when the Dust Bowl began? What poem would come second? And then what poem would come later? Now, there's no right or wrong answer here. I do not have that information available, but you kind of have to take what's in the poem and try to apply that to figure out which would go where. So you really have to do some thinking about it, guys. Think about where it might go, okay? If you bring that in with your reasoning, I'll give you 10 house points for that as well. As always, our writing fix of the week. This week, I want you to use this picture to write a sentence that is ordinary, okay, or descriptive, and then a sentence that is extraordinary. And if you remember, what I'm going to do is actually go over to my classroom page really quickly, because we have, I might have to sign in, sorry guys. We have our Classroom Figurative Language Dictionary available on Google Classroom, okay? So there's a couple of things on here that you can use to your advantage. It's right here. Remember that we put it together last week together. Okay, so you can check this out anytime. It's open until the end of the school year, and so far in our dictionary we have we've created the definition of a simile. We've created the definition and examples of metaphors, and we also created the definition and used examples of personification. Okay, so if you take this, okay, maybe personify the picture, write me a simile about the picture, write a metaphor about the picture, and then write a sentence that's simply descriptive, and you can get some house points there as well. The logic puzzles are always up and ready to go. All you have to do is click on that link as well, and you can earn yourself 5 house points for every logic puzzle that you solve. I did want to showcase a few pieces of poetry that were written last week because they were just absolutely exceptional, and I really want everyone to be able to see them. So if you guys give me a second to get into my drive here, let me go to poetry and then figurative language. And the first thing that I would like to showcase would be your memory metaphor poems. Okay, so I only have first names on here, so nobody's last names are published. Okay, but let me zoom in just a bit, fit it to the window. Okay, rock stars, you can show your family these because these are some amazing metaphors. Families, we wrote poems based on, or we wrote metaphors based on a memory. Okay, so you may want to pause the screen. I thought those were absolutely exceptional. Okay, the scholars have really been doing an amazing job with our poetry unit, so I really wanted you to see those. And also, let me actually go to our classroom folder really quickly, because we've also been writing some parallel poems, okay, and we're going to continue that this week. But there are a few that absolutely just jumped out the page at us that I would like to showcase for you. So essentially what we did is, okay, these are poems that were written, okay, by different authors. This one was written by Mrs. Carpenter, and this one is by Emily Dickinson, the famous poet. Okay, and what we did is we analyzed what's inside of the poem. So we start with a metaphor, okay, and then we have a simile here, and then we end with 2 metaphors, and we also have certain personification at the beginning. So we make the mountain, we give it human qualities. So I just wanted to showcase this poem because I just thought it was absolutely exceptional about the surfboard and also the family of palm trees. Okay, so over the next couple of weeks, I am going to be showcasing different scholars' poetry because it's just been absolutely amazing, and I'm so proud of them for the effort and focus that they're putting into that unit. So, Room 21 Rockstars, the secret hashtag for this week is hashtag A to Z. You'll find out what that means later in the week. Hashtag A to Z. Bring it in for 5 house points. It is going to be an awesome week. Remember, glow-in-the-dark math tomorrow. Now I'm going to send you back over to Mr. Reichert in. Okay, Room 21 Rockstar families, I hope that those strategies were successful. So thank you very much for sticking with me and learning a couple of extra things that you can be doing at home to apply the concepts we're learning in class right inside of your home. As always, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, please do not hesitate to contact me in any way, shape, or form. It is going to be an incredible week in Room 21. Once again, don't forget to get those t-shirt orders in by December 11th. They are going to be awesome. As always, you guys are the very best families in Stafford County, and I'll see you next week.